Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, like 41 years. I know it's a little stretch and I know it's kind of back in the day, but do you remember your very first rescue?
Well, yeah, I do. And to tell you the truth, this is one that I've written about simply because it kind of, in a way, it bothers me. And I don't want to pretend to have any like PTSD or anything like that. It's just something that it's so vivid in my mind that I can't, I can't think about it without kind of going off into a like space. It's funny because here, being a volunteer fireman and being a police officer, being a helicopter pilot, my first rescue that I think about, that I hold on to, was on my day off. I wasn't working
Oh,
and
wow.
I wasn't flying. I was on the beach with my girlfriend, and the Delaware beaches in the early season can be pretty barren. There's no lifeguards, and in a lot of places on the beach, the closest person's a couple hundred yards away. And this one particular day, we were on the beach, my girlfriend and and she was just sunning, and I decided I was going in the water, and it was rough. It was a rough day. I think it was like a post-storm day. And so I'm out there, I'm getting knocked around pretty good. And while I'm getting knocked around and having fun, I see about 20 yards down from me a woman holding a very young baby, and I'm immediately concerned. I mean, I can see what's going to happen. It's written all over the situation. This woman is going to lose this baby in the surf because it's rough. She's out up to her waist and she's getting walloped by waves. And I'm thinking to myself, what is she doing? And you know how every so often waves are cyclical. A big one comes along that you're not
Oh, yeah.
expecting. And a big one came along and knocked me down. It hit me in the back because I was watching her. And when I came back up, I didn't see her and I didn't see the baby. And I knew what happened. I had been waiting for it. I knew it was going to happen. And she was a good 20 yards away from me. And I thought, the only thing I can do is make myself as big as possible, stretch my arms out, stretch my legs out. That baby is going to be coming by me. And I don't know if it's going to be close to me or if it's going to be far away from me, but it's coming out, it's coming back out without her. And you know what a rip is. And this
Oh,
was
yeah.
a pretty good rip. And it was pulling everything, sucking everything. And just out of the corner of my eye, I saw a toe. And I mean, it was just amazing. Just the toe. That's all I saw. And I grabbed for it and it's moving, it's moving away from me. It's moving fast. And I get an ankle and I pull that thing out. And it was like rebirthing that child. It was amazing. I pulled the ankle and the whole kid came out of the water. And the woman she was still 20 feet away, looking the wrong way, screaming her head off. She'd lost part of her bathing suit. She was yelling, my baby, my baby, my baby. And I've got this kid in my arms and still getting hit by waves, but standing. I've got my back to the waves and I'm holding this kid and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, Jesus, I just saved this kid. I really did. I mean, I was thinking, there's no way. There was nobody else. If it wasn't me, it was nobody. And so I walked up on the beach holding the kid. The woman's still screaming her head off. She's running around and she sees me and she runs over and she grabs her kid and she takes off. And I didn't even know if the kid was breathing. I had no idea. I was so worked up. And the woman runs back to her towel. She's only sitting about 20 feet from us. And my girlfriend is still sunning herself, never saw it, never had any idea what happened. I walked up, I sat down, I was a little bit out of breath. I was a little bit shocked, really. And the woman picked up all her stuff and she left. And I've often thought, through the years, that baby's now 45 years old. That baby's, I mean, this was 40 some years ago, 43, 44 years ago. And I've often thought, many, many times, I thought, You know, that kid's walking around as a 40-year-old adult for one reason only. I saw that toe. That's the only reason. And that is every other rescue I ever made after that. And I got to tell you, I was involved in hundreds of incidents. Every one of them meant nothing to me compared to that. You'll see on that award thing, I got one guy used to call me the South American General when he saw me in uniform. He said, "What are you, the South American General? What's all the pins? What's the awards? All that stuff." I said, "You know, not one of them matters after that rescue. That's the most important thing I ever did."